All right. What are your aspirations?
I want to own a lingerie store in Haddonfield.
Do you have a generally good understanding of your career goals?
Not really. I know where I want to end up. I don't know how I'm going to get there. I'm not a business major. I'm a French major. So take from that what you will.
How confident are you that you will be able to achieve your career goals? 1, not at all confident. 7, very confident. If you have low self,
Question.
Okay.
Why is it 1 out of 7? 1
I
to
don't
7?
know. Wait.
Why can't you change it to 1 to 10? Why not 1 to 5?
Okay, I'll change it to 1 to 7.
1
Okay.
1 to 7. You're
1 to
changing-
10.
No, 1 to 5. That's too much numbers.
How confident are you that you will be able to achieve your career goals? 1 being not at all confident, and 10 being very confident.
I'd give it like a 3.
If you have low confidence, what do you believe is holding you back?
Not having any experience in business and not knowing what to expect in running my business.
And also wanted to kill herself soon, so that might get in the way.
Well, another thing that I'm worried about is that I'm a sophomore who's a French major. I don't have a business degree behind me to back up any loans I might apply for. There's nothing to show these loan companies that I know what I'm doing. So I'm quite worried about gathering funding for owning a lingerie store. I think once I have that funding, I'd be able to manage it quite well. But you know.
She's a business major.
What things help you achieve your goals, hopes, and dreams?
Getting a business degree. I don't want a business degree though.
What kinds of obstacles, present or future, do you think could stop you from becoming what you ultimately want to be one day?
My degree. Going to Rider University.
Okay.
I'm offended.
Do you think it's important to hope and dream? Why? Also, Rider is known for a good business school. Kat.
Yeah.
We're known
It's
for
a
business.
business
Well, listen,
major.
Rider is a school that is as expensive as Princeton University without the prestige. I don't see how, despite being known for its business program, going to Rider would improve my chances over going to, say, Rutgers, Camden, or New Brunswick, where
Wow.
it's less expensive and I'm getting a more substantial name. Or TCNJ.
So are you gonna transfer with two when you leave?
Do you think it's important to hope and dream? Why?
It is important to hope and dream, but you need to be realistic about your hopes and dreams. I think that despite really putting my dream down, owning a lingerie store is something a little bit more manageable than other things I've dreamt in the past, because you need to have a future to look forward to, because otherwise what meaning is there to life other than existing day by day and just getting by, you know?
Would you describe yourself as more introverted or more extroverted? Why?
I'm definitely more introverted. I love being by myself. I need time after I've been around people for a long time to be alone, to be with my thoughts, to take care of myself and do things that I enjoy. I also I don't like very many people, as harsh as that sounds. It's not like I dislike them, but there are very few people that I feel comfortable around, so I definitely would consider myself much more extroverted than your average person.
Are you afraid of showing your true self to people? And
Wait, extroverted in the end?
Introverted.
You said extroverted.
I
in
said
the end.
introverted.
She said extroverted the last time. You can play it back.
Well, I mean, it's not that big a deal. She can just put a note or something.
Are you afraid of showing your true self to people you are not entirely close with?
It depends. It depends on what you're defining as the true self. I don't think I put up a false front in front of people I'm not necessarily close with, but I wouldn't say I try to be emotionally intimate with them. So you know, it's like I'm not being a false self in front of people I'm not close with. It's that I'm not showing every little aspect of my life to these people.
Rate your overall self-esteem on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being very low, 10 being very high.
Despite making very self-deprecating jokes, I consider myself to have like a 5-point self-esteem. I don't hate myself. I don't love myself, but I can tolerate myself, so it's something.
Why did you choose this number? Or you just explained why you chose it. Never mind.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. That's great. Are you proud of the way you are currently living your life? If no, what could you do to change this?
So I don't mean to keep complaining about Ryder. I am quite restless here, so I'm not quite proud of the way I'm living my life. I also wish I was taking up more hobbies that were respectable, or I was more invested in hobbies, because I'm definitely a person who tends to just waste. I feel like I'm wasting time, like instead of maybe even doing something like playing video games and getting really good at a video game, I just kind of sit and watch YouTube all the time, and that's sad. People don't look very highly upon people who are good at video games, but it's a skill. It's a more modern hobby, but it's still a hobby. I could be learning to play an instrument. I could be finding music and watching pretentious art films, but instead I sit and watch YouTube and look at memes on Reddit.
Don't put that in there.